The following statements you are about to hear are not made to offend or hurt anybody's feelings, although we may discuss serious topics. It's all entertainment, man. In all reality, don't take too serious. Have fun, laugh a little bit, relax. Let's talk about it. Shades Talk.
Okay, so let's spin off of that.
Go ahead.
How do you handle, or do you think that people can be with people in jobs that maybe are uncomfortable? So I say this, I watched, what did we watch the other day? Something, and I think porn came up. And someone's like, do you think you could be with somebody who does porn? Or do you think you could be with somebody who, you know, is an actor? We were watching Jason's Lyric. It's like, so, right? And they were like,
in the corn,
like, can you be with somebody who has a job that's either very intimate or very sexual in nature and still feel like your intimacy or your sexual compatibility is there?
It's an easy one, no.
That's a good question.
It's a no. So I'm gonna throw that out there. I'm gonna let the fellas answer it because I really would like to know what y'all think.
Yeah, because girl, you already got my answer.
Absolutely not.
That's a step up because that's also because in the hood, that's a common thing with strippers, like super common. You know what I'm saying? Dudes fall for these strippers. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not normal people. Yes, you can fall in love with a stripper because they are regular people. But knowing the profession and what they're doing, you know what I'm saying, for the paycheck, I think that comes down to the person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if me personally, I don't know. It just depends. It depends because that's like it's gonna come back to me every time.
Yeah.
You know, everything I look at online, it's gonna spark a little bit of a something. You know what I mean? No,
so it depends, as in you could possibly date a stripper.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But a porn star that's another
different,
level.
Right?
Yeah, that's different.
Levels.
There's levels to it for sure.
It's levels. So porn star, nah, I don't think I could. But like an actress or a stripper, I think where I'm at now, if I wasn't married, love you, babe. I think where I'm at now, like I'm comfortable with myself. Like it depends on, you know, strippers be on different type of times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it depends. Like porno star, absolutely not. Actress, I think I could. Stripper, it depends. It depends. Like, are you in Magic City getting it popping, or are we in a small town joint kicking it?
So like Jason's Lyric,
makes a
another scene, right? And Jada and Homeboy, they rolling in the grass. I'll never get over it because that's just crazy to me. But all right, cool. Like, you be like, that's my wife. Like that is like I think and it like struck me. I like watched it a couple days ago and I was like, you know, this is interesting. And I feel like people are really 50-50, which is interesting because I think when I was younger, I would think guys would say things like, smash, but like that couldn't be my chick, right? Yeah. And now as I've gotten older, they were like, I mean, no, maybe on the porn star, but like yes on the actress or the stripper, which is fine. Like it's all a profession, right? I mean, technically, so it's porn star. It's just different. True. But it's like, well, you watch a movie, you consider it a little classier that she getting her back blown out on the screen and then
really
fielding
But
Jay-Z.
it's not really any
really
intercourse.
depending
on the movie.
That monster was
that part.
It could be.
I guess.
That's his ball.
Halle Berry won her Oscar for getting
There are rumors.
So,
There are rumors.
So it's like that. Now we all know like porn. It's like that's.
But see, that was also like Jason Lyric was kind of tasteful though, right? Compared to a Monsters Ball.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like because they're an actor, you're like I can take that check.
Thing,
but it's still
that's
the same thing.
It's just we look at it differently, right? So I know for me, like I'm gonna be just as biased, right? Like porn star, I don't know, because I'm gonna be sitting here like. Yeah, you might have more so because I'm like you like that a lot, like you like that. You know what?
Even if they don't like it, you know,
maybe
think they like it.
Or it's like because people watch that in a different setting than they watch a movie, right? So like you,
that and your energy might be different. Like,
you're in a whole
maybe I'm ready to get it popping that day myself when you come home from work.
And you're
tired
because
so
you've been at work working.
Yeah, man.
Literally working.
So it's also like in the sense of people seeing you. Like if you're an actor and someone's like, "Oh, this movie was great," and you had a sex scene in it, you're like, "Okay, thanks," because for the most part, they're probably not just addressing your sex scene. Right. If you are a porn star and someone was like, "I like when you pop up on my screen," like we already know what it is. Yeah. We're talking about this. Your kids are gonna see that, and it doesn't come off as tasteful as being in a movie. For me, it's like a movie, an actor. Yeah, I think stripper. I never really even thought about it until you said it. But like, oh, okay, I guess. But like, someone I think it would be important for me would just be like, no.
So, man. I think that, honestly, I never thought about it, but I think the people that do date those, like a porn star or somebody that is in the porn field, I think, honestly, they are way mentally stronger than me.
Yeah, you gotta be strong. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you gotta be mentally strong, but it's a different type of they might be, honestly, the most honest and best people. That might be the Russell Wilsons.
You know what, Jimmy?
Are they mentally strong? They just
I'm just saying, though, bro. Like, you coming home? How was work today, honey?
I was just chatting.
Was it good? Okay. Guess what? We have beef stroganoff. I got it ready for you.
You know what?
I'm just trying to.
You know what I'm saying? I hope it didn't grab your ankles too hard.
I was saying, are you not being mentally strong, or are you just cool being a cuckold? Like,
I don't think it's that. I just think that some people have a level of maturity. It's like
they might be able to.
Certain shit don't matter. Like
they might be able to
certain shit really don't matter.
In a different place.
Yeah, certain shit really don't matter. Yeah. And I'm not that. I haven't matured that level yet. You know what I'm saying? Will. So I'm still worried about the small things.
It's a job and it's just sex, right? As long as other people aren't getting the other aspects of their relationship, maybe they're okay with that. Which is like, to each its own. Like, this is truly a to each its own type of thing. For sure. Because no one's having a conversation with people like, well, would you date a firefighter? Like, no one cares. Like, go ahead. Sure. But you know what I mean? But it's like, you come home and say you dating a firefighter, they're like, oh, cool, dope, pension. Like, good job. Right. You know, dangerous, but good job. Right. But then it's like, I'm dating a porn star. What?
They ain't got pensions.
Like, I don't think so.
I don't know about the pension.
You know, any of those kinds of things. So I was like, I was curious, right? Because I think like,
no, that's a great question.
It's a great question.
What do you do if your person has a job that's exposes, other things?
I appreciate y'all being real too, because motherfuckers will get on here and be like, nah, I'm cool, G. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, bro. Let's keep it real.
I think in that world, especially because that's a reoccurring type of thing. Because I think when you say that, somebody to be like, well, how would you feel if you had a threesome? That's different. Like, that's a one time or something that you put, and that's in a closed space. That's totally different. And that is our collective choosing to do, right? Mm-hmm. You going and getting paid to break somebody's back out is, I don't know, my eye might twitch.
12-hour session.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, now I gotta sit here, you like, this is my coworker, Daisy. And I'm like, right. I saw Daisy. Yeah. I saw what you did in Daisy.
Daisy was duking.
That's crazy.
Daisy was duking.
That's crazy.
So it's like,
yeah. I might have to, like, if I was the guy doing the scenes, I had to come home and just say, babe, she stunk anyway. Don't worry.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to, I don't know what they do when they go home and tell them this
I've
shit.
Seen
because
that they say that they, like, buy gifts, or they do think, this one lady said that if she comes home and she's tired from a session, she lines up somebody to tend to her husband. And I was like,
that's okay.
But also on the other side, like, you have to be mentally.
That's just too different.
It's very different. To each
you in the porn world anyway, so I'm sure you're going to be a different type of person dealing with that.
I like where this conversation is going because there's different realms of people's realities when it comes to relationships.
Correct.
And what you're looking for. Yeah. And it all came back to that aspect we talked about, communication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're going to figure out your soulmate by communicating. Yep. You're going to see what type of time they're on because everybody's not on the same type of time.
You know her husband probably is like, yeah, my wife's a porn star, but she always makes sure I'm tended to in any way, right? She makes sure the dinner is made, that he has what he needs, even if she's too tired. Like, for him, that might just be like, that's how she shows when she loves me, and that's how we've communicated that I always just need to make sure I feel like I'm a priority to you. Mm-hmm. That's her making me a priority. It's not for everybody.
Right.
But, if it works, it works. I just
different strokes with different folks.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, you got some cats out here that ain't even trying to have sex for real. They just want to have the intimate. You know what I mean?
That's
the
true.
relationship. She
Yeah,
made me happy. He made me happy, dog.
Right.
So that's cool. So I mean, different strokes, man.
Yeah.
We ask and we don't judge.
That's just hard as hell.
Maybe that's a woman
Peep
thing.
that setup? No, it's not.
But
sometimes,
right? I try my best.
sometimes
to not judge, and I may not judge outwardly. When people are like, "We don't judge," yeah, we do. I'll be in my head like, "You did what?
Yeah,
that was dumb. That's stupid. Why would you do that?" Or like,
nah, that's facts.
Some things you just don't comment on because it just it's not worth the whatever. But like other things, if somebody told me that, I'd be like, okay. Like, your thing.
So I got a question for everybody. You sometimes, and this is from my personal story, whatever, I've been told that I'm not super gentlemanly enough. I don't know what that means. Like, hold the door open.
Is it like a romantic?
No, I don't know about. Well, I guess it could be. No, not romantic. More like a what do they call it? Manners. Like hold the door open, pull the chair out. Chivalrous, right? Yeah. And I feel like I know I can be all that, but I also feed off the energy I'm getting, right?
That part.
So if you're not giving me that battery, because honestly, I'm a simple person. And you could honestly put a battery in my back just by talking to me a certain way. Like you might just got that super soft, warm, feminine energy. You could talk life into me at the end of a long day. Whatever. Maybe you just rub my back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'll land on the bed, but you just rub. It could be something super simple. And I feel like a lot of people want to be treated like that, but they don't want to give it, right? So when you're looking for a high value woman, and to me, my version of a high value woman wouldn't be everybody's version of a high value woman.
Right.
So for me, it would be somebody that can definitely cook for sure. First of all,
I need
something in the back. All right. Cook. But also, you're strong. You know what I mean? You carry yourself in a certain manner outside of our relationship. You can work with me on making a home that we need to have. You know what I'm saying? You're my partner in life. Not saying that I'm not going to take care of all the bills and all that shit, but you're my partner. So I can entrust in you like, damn, babe, I don't have this month. She gonna be like, all right, we're gonna figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of times I get told these things like, you know this, but I'm also the one cooking, you know what I'm saying? I'm fixing the car when the car need to be fixed, something in the house need to be fixed. Because I'm a super handy dude, you know what I'm saying? Me and my brother in a contracting company. So I can do all these skills, you know what I'm saying? I can be super intimate and loving, warm, and caring, rub your feet and all that shit. So if I'm covering all these, what the fuck do I need you for? You feel me? That's what the type of time on my head. That's what I'll be on. So when I'm told that, I'm like, but that's not the energy that I'm receiving. So I'm not providing because you're not making me feel that way.
Right.
But on the flip side, obviously, I'm doing something wrong because I'm not making you feel that way to where you feel like you got to cater to me in any form or fashion.
It don't always have to be that though. It don't. So sometimes when something's not working in a relationship, we tend to first go to ourselves like, what am I doing wrong? What can I do to make this better? That's a great practice. However, it's not the most effective all the time because sometimes you're not doing, you might think there's something that you're doing wrong, but it's just the maybe compatibility. And sometimes what you value or appreciate in a situation, that might not be one of their values. So the morals and values could not be aligned.
Right.
And it could be that maybe it is something that you can be doing to make the situation better. I guess the biggest thing is don't always feel like it's got to be something you're doing wrong. Because that's not always the case. But as far as like having that energy reciprocated and you're not getting that, obviously you want to have a conversation about it. be vocal and transparent about how you're feeling in that situation. And the person is either going to take the feedback and apply it, or they're just going to continue to go on the same cycle that they've already been going on. But yeah, the biggest thing is sometimes, because I've done it, I've been in relationships where I'm like, what can I do? And you drive yourself crazy. Like, how can I make this better? What am I doing wrong? We blame ourselves, and it's really, sometimes it's just not us.
How is it being communicated to you, right? Like, relationships, however the person in the relationship, however you are, like however you're dealing, everybody is different. But we say it a million times when we kick it. It's like it goes back to the communication, the conversation. Like, all right, I might be slipping up in the area that I'm not normally slipping up in, but you see something different. How is that being communicated to me? Because could it be a reason why it's a slippage in that area? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about it. But if it's just like a pointing finger aspect, that could also be a turnoff. Like, you know what I mean? Because in your brain, you might be feeling you doing something, and in their brain, they might be feeling you not doing something. But in between, you might be doing it, but it might look different to them. It all falls on like how that communication is being handled. That's just if I'm responding to the conversation, right? Like, yeah, I came into the relationship opening doors. I stopped, but you also came into the relationship like making sure I'm okay as far as giving me encouragement. Yeah, that kind of might have slipped up. Me opening the doors might have slipped up. But we also get mundane into our responsibilities. It could be a plethora of reasons, but I guess it all comes down back to what we usually say. How is it being communicated? How is it being expressed?
Yeah, I also think that if it's just a genuine, hey, it just kind of fell off, okay, cool. You can have the conversation about that. If it's I stopped opening doors because I felt like you stopped asking me if I'm okay, so now I'm just going tit for tat. That's stupid. That's have a conversation about that, right? Yeah. And I think also like the environment in which you grew up, in which you consider having manners or being chivalrous or anything like that, right? Like up north, guys open doors. I think that's like, especially like when you're in group settings, I feel like I don't ever touch a door when I'm with guy friends or cousins or anything. They open the doors, they, go in, whatever. Now, are you pulling out my chair? Maybe not, because that might not just be something that we do all the time up here, right? Especially in certain settings. If you go down south, they're opening doors and pulling out chairs because that's the environment and the culture that they grew up in, right? So I think you have to take that into account too. Like, I am that way. Like, I don't want to touch a car door or a door at all if a man is around. That's just me. Right. I will. I'm not incapable of doing it. Like, if we like hopping in a car because we got to get somewhere, we're doing something, like, I'm not about to sit here like. But have I to be like, hey, we had a conversation and I said I would like for the person I'm with to open the doors for me. I just think that's a very gentleman thing to do. I'm not knocking you if you don't, but for me, I like that. It makes me feel like you care, right? It's a small thing. Like, I'm not a big, you can give me gifts, but the small things are what matters to me. So if I say that and I might jokingly be like, oh, we must got a lot of time today because I'm gonna stand outside this car and take you open this car door. And it might just be a playful way of being like, we talked a little nag. That's the thing, is that I ain't dealing with a man who probably would get in the car and roll down the window like, so you getting in this one or not? You know what I mean? Right. So I think it's the communication piece. I think that always goes back to it. But it's like, in what way, right? Because if you are doing the things that you think are like, that's me having manners, what about what I'm doing shows you that I don't, right? Because for you, the part that they might say like, well, you don't do this. And for me, that means you have manners. You're like, I've never correlated manners to that. Like, whoops, like I can't drop the ball on something that I don't know about, right? So I think that's the case. I think everyone has a different standard to what that looks like too. Like, I think, I don't know, the opposite for women is like, pouring into the man and making sure that you're there. And for you, you're like, hey, it's a simple rubbing of my back or just asking how my day is or whatever the case is. well, that might work for you. For him, it might be like,
Right.
I don't want to be like touched on, right? I just want like 15 minutes of nobody talking to me about anything. And that's how you show me that you care. Yeah. So I think it's like super different. If I'm a super affectionate person and then I'm around someone who's not, and that's how I show that I care, and I'm rubbing on you and I'm asking how your day is and to tell me about it and what's bothered you and whatever. And for them, that might be overstimulation. Mm-hmm. It might be like, yo, I just... get your hand off of me real quick. Right? Like,
get your hand off of me and put it in the right place. No.
Right. You up here. I need you to bring it on, you know. Like, unhand me.
It's the airplane dude that be bringing them in, like, with the joint. Like, you know.
You know? Yeah. And so I think that's just, like, communication about what that looks like. And if it's deal breakers, right? Because it might not be a deal breaker. I might want my door open. It might not be a deal breaker to me because, to your point, maybe you're checking off all the rest of the 80% and that just falls into the 20. All right, cool. So I just think that's what
I think that one thing with relationships is the delivery. Like, if you want something and you're communicating it, you might think, I am communicating it. I'm telling you what I want. I'm telling you what I'm looking for. But kind of like what you said, they're not associating that with a particular thing, right? So like, if something is happening, in the moment, communicate it. Like, in the moment, say, hey, I noticed this right now, like that, this is how it made me feel right now. So that instead of trying to backtrack and find out what time something happened and and now you got to try to remember what happened in that moment, like call it out on the spot. Like, put them on the spot, and then also create like different, maybe an action plan. Like, it sounds crazy, but maybe you can come up with some type of an action plan on how to overcome it the next time, or how to avoid it from happening the next time. Like, maybe you're saying, all right, I noticed that when I come home, I came home today, I'm super hungry, and, you know, you're just laying there. You know, you've been at home all day. It's just a scenario. And, you know, do you think that we can come up with some type of a plan to where, you know, if I'm not, this is just a scenario. If I'm coming home late, where you can maybe I'll call you. Maybe it's a call that you can send them a text and say, hey, I'm coming home, I'm super hungry. And maybe that's prompting them to say, okay, maybe I need to go in the kitchen. Ready. So it's like an action plan, because sometimes it's the simplest things, it's small, and you're like, I shouldn't have to text this person. But maybe to get that back going, maybe that's something that an added step that you got to add in there to get it back flowing. And then maybe naturally it'll take its course after that.
So what's the word where somebody doesn't have the skill set, but they can gain it, but you see it in them?
Potential.
Potential, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like people, I don't know if they fall in love with it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They fall in love with potential, or the idea of what this person could be.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I think sometimes there's classes of people that can be together. Honestly, sometimes people date out of their pay grade.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. So when you come into it, and this is not necessarily speaking on the communication portion, because communication can't fix this. Because if I tell you something that you're not capable of doing, then that's just what it is. What I don't like, and this is toxic as hell to me, is that people will hold on and try to belittle or make the other person feel bad after they've already communicated what they want and they've done their part to try to fix it. But the person that is complaining is not capable of providing what they need to provide on that portion of it.
Is it that they're not capable, or they're just not willing?
They don't give a fuck.
Because they're probably capable.
It's one and the same to me.
Okay.
It's one and the same to me, because either if you're not willing or you're capable and you're not doing, or you just can't do it, it's the same, because it's not getting done, right? So I'm not going to play the game with you of saying that, they just being lazy. They just, they maybe they can't. It's not getting done because that's me chasing your potential that it's never going to come into.
Well, always remember that potential is when you see somebody, when you see someone and you see the potential in them, that's not really their potential. That is what you're looking at. You're a reflection of yourself,
right?
And you're viewing this person based off of what you would do in that situation. So it's not even. I've learned this in relationships. They never reach they never reach, well, there's a high percentage that they never reach that potential that we think that they have, because it really doesn't exist.
The disappointment comes from them not achieving the goal that you set, the level that you set for them to be there. And once you realize that you might need to lower that, not because they're incapable of doing anything, it's because you made your own thought process about what that should look like. Yeah. Well, why aren't you doing this? To your point, I would do X, Y, and Z if I was in that predicament. Yeah, that's you. That's not them, right? So I think that you also have to take things for what they are, right? And so potential does not do that. You can't be like, oh, well, because you're here and you're climbing this corporate ladder, right? Let's use that as an example. You're at this job, and so in 2 to 3 years, you should be going to this elevation, and then from there you should, and you start planning this stuff in your head. Well, then they decide they don't want to be at that job, or they want to change career paths, or they want to go back to school. Now you mad because you're like, you really should be like here, and like you restarted over. Yeah. That's okay. They're allowed to do. But for you, it set you back based off of the goals that you had, and you didn't incorporate any of that stuff. You got to take people exactly where they are in that very moment. Nothing more, nothing less. Not saying in 5 years you could be. Who cares? Because in 5 years you don't know. In a year you don't know. In a month you don't know. You have to say, right here, right now, all the things about you, all the things that you're achieving, all the things that you have, all the things that your morals and standards and how we communicate and all that. That is what you make your decision off of.
And I think you focus on the patterns. So like if you see a good pattern in a person, like, dang, I see this person is doing this and doing that and doing this, and they're self-motivated. They're doing it on their own. They don't need me to have a conversation with them to push them along. Even though my conversation with them to push them along is going to help them, that's just a plus. But without the plus, they're already doing the things that they need to do for themselves. It's kind of like, you got to make yourself happy first. You can't be out here in the world looking for people to make you happy, because guess what? You're never going to really find it, because the happiness, the true happiness is within you.
Big facts.
So if you, we set these, like, we have these high standards for ourselves.
Right.
And we have to understand that sometimes it's unfair. It's unfair. And I've done this to people very often. And I've learned that this is a way that I've been, and I've really worked hard to not be that way. But like, I get let down in life. I've been let down so much because I have a high standard for myself. So like, I naturally put my high standard for myself on other people. And now when they're letting me down, or when they're doing something that I would never do, I'm crushed. I'm crushed because it's like, damn, I would never do that. And I'm mad at the person, damn near hate them. Yeah. But the reality is, like you said, they really wasn't capable. And so I am now mad at them for something that they never really showed me they were capable of doing. But because I saw the reflection of myself in them, now I am, I'm hurt. So technically I hurt myself.
Yeah, expecting you out of other people is the biggest way to get disappointed. And when you realize to be like, ooh, I'm upset because I would have done that differently. But you have shown me always of how you would have handled that. That you did exactly what you've always done.
Yeah, consistent.
You are consistently that person. And so I'm going to not put myself in a predicament where I have to engage in you being that person, right? And you keep it pushing. Trust me.
It's hard not to do that though, because a lot of times, like I said, people will hold on to it. Because if you're a person of high value, and I've met them all over the place. There's a lot of people that have got things going on from. They're highly motivated, self-motivated, self-starters, strong, independent, smart as hell. Like, they get shit done. They don't need nobody to push them to get it done, right? So sometimes you got a different motive than the person you're dealing with. But it wasn't like that in the beginning. Maybe y'all both were young. You didn't have the same aspirations you had. And the older you got, you started to learn yourself. They started to learn themselves. But it becomes a little bit toxic to me, is that when people realize that, they tend to want to hold on to the person, knowing they're not either willing to change or have the ability to change. So for instance, for me, the older I became, it wasn't that big of a deal to me when I was younger, but it became a very big deal to me when I actually grew into manhood, as far as the male energy and the female energy in a household. Because you could be as independent and a strong woman as you want to be, but you ain't never gonna be more man than me. That's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how many hours you work and how many times you cut this grass or whatever. It's just good. It ain't gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? And I'm never gonna be more woman than you.
Right, yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we all have our roles to fill.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm doing all of this stuff, and I'm not going to say it's female work or women's work, because you can go in the household and cook, clean just like anybody else. But if I'm doing that, and then you're wanting me to be the main provider, the main protector, the fucking coach, all this shit, you know what I'm saying?
You got to pick up some of the
You got to, like, what are we doing? Because you're not putting no energy in my back. But then now you want me to be this fucking gentleman and do all this catering shit. Well, the reason people cater to people like that, because they're getting catered to.
Yes. Well taken care of people take care of people.
Exactly. So people always want to shit on, because it's 2025, they want to shit on the structure of the home and the housewife and whatever.
The traditional
marriage or the traditional relationship. But there's strength in that, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm 100%. Not saying it's got to
Mm-hmm.
be like you got to walk around in a fucking white, you know what I'm saying?
The
apron and shit, no curlers in your hair or nothing like that.
Rollers.
But you got to understand, there's some things a woman can do in a household, and it's damn near magical how she can make that motherfucker run just by being her and using that energy she has with the kids, with the husband. That's strength to me. Like, I don't look at catering to your husband as catering, in my opinion. I look at it as like, you really,
it's what you want to do.
Yeah, it's like what you want to do, but you're making this motherfucker unstoppable at the end of the day.
He has time to recharge. You can go out in the world and do all those things. You can do the job, do the coaching, you can fix, you can cut the grass, whatever. I don't want to take out trash. I don't want to do yard work. I don't want to fix anything, and I don't want to tend to a car. I just don't. Absolutely do not. So if I come and I tell you I don't want to do this, and this, cool. And you say, I don't like to cook, I don't like to clean, and I don't like to do laundry. Bet. Cool. Right. It's not you putting me in a place, and it's not because you made me do the female things in the house or the woman things. No, this is our trade-off. Like, this is the power of 12. That's what me and my ex-husband used to call it. It's called the power of 12, right? It's like, when I'm at a 5, I need you at your 7. If I'm at a 2, you're at the 10. And it trades off. There would be times like, hey, there's nothing for you to do. I'm overwhelmed. I'm juggling all these things. And you do this part. I'm a scheduler by nature. I put everything on a calendar. I put everybody's schedule so that they run smoothly. He's not that person. He wasn't. So when it comes to our kids and their stuff, he's like,
right,
the schedule, right? You got, and I'm like, here's the schedule. It's an Excel spreadsheet on different tabs and the dates and the times and the teams that we playing and all that. My brother makes fun of me. He's like, an Excel sheet for your kids' soccer games is nuts. And I'm like, for me, it works, right? But it keeps everybody in function. You laugh about the Excel sheet, but you knew exactly what your niece's games were. Yeah, that's what I thought. I go in our grocery haul. I go and I meal prep. I'm like, this is what I'm going to cook this week. These are the things that we need. Hey, I keep... And if I didn't want to do dishes, it's like, you do the dishes. But I know that I'm not cutting grass. I wasn't touching trash. So I think it took a trade-off. And when you're taken care of, men, in my opinion, y'all can chime in, I feel like men work harder for their families, particularly for their woman, when they're taken care of and they feel love and they feel like their space is peace. Like, it recharges y'all and y'all want to go out and be like, I'll conquer the world for you.
For sure.
It's really that simple.
That's period.
I think I don't know, in today's world, we like, not even we, but just as a society, period, like, people overcomplicate shit. Masculine energy is real. Feminine energy is real.
Both sides.
And you bring that together, you have a balance and a powerful household. You know what I'm saying? Shaq, like you just said, like, I can't speak for all men, but like you said, alluded to it earlier, I'm kind of the same way. Simple, bro. Yeah, I mean, rubbing my head, kissing me on my forehead, baby, it's gonna be all right. Fuck them people today. Bet. That's all I needed. Like, cause we get beat down by the world already enough. You don't want to come home to an unpeaceful environment. You know what I'm saying? So it's really that simple. Like, knowing your person, playing your role, knowing enough that how we communicate is a different type of time. I get a text, hey, coming in late today, I'm gonna need you to take care of the food. Bet. Yeah. Like you said earlier, man, this month was rough, babe. I'm gonna need a little more percentage in this mortgage this month. Cool. Like, it's certain shit and how you handle it. Everybody's household is different. Correct. Their household might not be the same as our household, and that's okay. And we can still have these type of conversations and still be successful at the end of the day. It's all about what you pouring into each other.
Absolutely.
I think that this is something that I've experienced in friendship. And so I've had friends from like middle school, elementary school, high school, whatever. And at some point we went different ways.
Right.
Now over time we've come back. We've attempted to come back.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work. And obviously we've gone our separate ways again, gone our separate ways, come back. But the reality of it is that at that point where we did separate, I went off into my road or my journey, and there was things that I was exposed to and experienced that molded me, and I evolved.
Mm-hmm.
And there's friendships that I've had where I come back and I'm like, wow, this person is kind of still the same person from like middle school or high school.
Right.
And even though I've made multiple attempts to try to restore friendship or continue friendship, it just was never the same because I've evolved into something completely different.
Yeah.
And that person, I don't want to say may not have evolved, but they didn't evolve.
Some people stay stagnant.
They do.
And a lot of times they do. Like even, I was putting something together and I was around some people that I went to high school with, and I'm just talking to them and listening to them. I'm like, damn, these folks is still the same folks from high school. Yeah. And I realized, wow, Elena, you've really like evolved. Like you're something different.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of myself for that.
You should be, bro. That's dope.
Yeah, but it's like, what happened? Like what happened to me and what happened to where they didn't evolve. And I don't know what that thing is, but it does happen in relationships, unfortunately. But
I think people are different. I don't think it has anything to do with what happened, because you make your decisions based off of your experiences, right? We could have the same experience but react in two different ways.
Correct.
That's
so
true.
I don't hold people based off of their past, because I can feel I can have a certain amount of patience, and I don't want to say I feel sorry for them, but I can have some, for lack of better words, I can feel bad that they went through that, but I won't not expect them to move forward from it just because it happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not your fault that bad things happen.
Exactly. I don't listen.
Hell, I have bad things. A lot of
got bad shit happen to them.
Yeah.
I got bad shit happen to me. That shit don't define me though.
It's the perseverance.
It's the perseverance. Some people don't have it, and what I don't know what it is mentally. I think sometimes it's a matter of laziness.
Yeah.
I think getting stuck in the victim mentality is fucking easy.
Yep.
It's the easiest way to just cope with something and just deal with it, and then not move forward, and then put that shit on other people.
Because it doesn't make you accountable, right? And I think that when you go through anything in life, you take it, and some people process it, and they're like, how do I learn from this? How do I evolve? How do I grow? How do I change? And some people go through and they're like, dang, it's just another crappy thing that happened to me. Add it to the list of crappy things that happened to you. Yeah. Okay, great. I got a list of crappy things that happened to me too, but you don't see me just sitting here twiddling my thumbs and like, what are you gonna do? You gonna either get up and shut up and move forward, or you're gonna sit there and you're gonna wallow and you're gonna stay in this place. And sometimes it's just comfortable for people because change scares them, right? And it's easier to be like, well, this is just who I am. No, not necessarily. Like when you talk about feminine and masculine energy, I was a tomboy. I grew up in the hood. I kicked it with the boys and I fought the boys, right? I've always been a very masculine female. Like I was a tomboy. And as I got older, there were just other things that I learned and I encountered that made me softer. And my balance of that energy changed, right? And now I'm softer, I'm more feminine. I'm still a dominant person though, right? Like, but I'm just like, I don't want to be masculine. I understood it about myself, and I realized I was masculine because I didn't trust the men that were around me to lead and to be the masculine person. So like that just came to the surface. Like, you know what? F it. I got it. Don't worry about it. Whatever. And then that just becomes too much. And now I'm like, I don't want that. I want to be whatever. Like my garbage disposal broke. It like stopped working. And my dad was like, do you want me to come over and look at it? A guy I was seeing was like trying to fix it. And I brought up the tools and I just was like, yeah, there's a thing underneath here. Why? Because I fixed a garbage disposal before. It's not my first rodeo, but I don't want to because that's my feminine energy coming out. True. So here's the tools, this whatever. We couldn't get it to work. I gave it a couple days. I was like, I think it's this. I fidgeted around with it. I fixed it. All right, cool. He's like, oh, you fixed it. I was like, yeah. Oh, I'm capable of fixing it. I'm capable of doing a lot of things. I don't want to because that's a way that people show me that they love is because I will pour and do for things for people. But like for me, it's not my favorite thing to do. I can, but I've learned to like step back and let a man be a man because I'm so quick to want to jump in and do it. You can't show me anything if I do it all the time. But I've learned from my mistakes of being the overly masculine female before. There's no shade to anybody who's still, that just might be who you are. Yeah, that's okay. I've changed and grown from what I was into what I am now, and I'll continue to evolve as I get older. Like people are like, this is my year. This is like I'm reaching the next level. I'm always going to be reaching the next level because I'm never going to stop. It's never going to be like I got here and we're just going to plateau it out. I don't want that because then that means I've stopped changing. I've stopped growing. I've stopped learning, and I don't think that that's how you live life. Yeah. At least for me. The day you stop growing, that's the day you die, bro. You always got something to learn. You always got something to figure out. You always got something to. There's no plateau as long as you pushing forward and pursuing your purpose and your journey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Facts.
So Shaq and Atlanta, this might be your situation too, because I think you said you was a tomboy when you was younger. What about hanging out with the guys versus hanging out with the girls? What's the difference? Like, do you enjoy it more, less? Like the benefits, pros, cons?
I enjoyed hanging out with guys more.
Okay.
At a younger age or now?
It could be either.
I feel
or
like
both.
At a younger age and now.
Okay.
Because I feel like with women, some women, because it's not all women. Like I do have a friend, we're twins, literally twins. And we love to get dressed up, do the girl stuff and go hang out, go out to eat, go to the fancy places. And I love that with her because she's a pure spirit. And I know that about her. Her energy is amazing and we genuinely love each other. We want nothing but the best for each other. There's no hating, there's no nothing, competition, nothing like that. With guys, I feel like once I get past the I don't like you like that, and we lock in on a different level, then they start to see like, damn, she's not just that. And once we get to that point, it's nothing. It just blossoms from there because it's like now I'm that feminine perspective that they maybe always wanted to look for, or they always wanted to know, and maybe I can help them grow in a relationship. Maybe I can help them grow when it comes to the partner that they next meet, or maybe they're looking for things different now in that person. Right. But like with men, there's no competition. There's no and this is not with all men. And sometimes with some men, you can't break past the barrier of they just want to hit or they just want those things from you. But when I can't break past it, I really, them guys normally become like my best friend, and it's forever friendship because we're now able to give each other something that we might not have been able to get from somebody that we may be intimate with or someone that we may be talking to. So with females are catty, not all females, but the females that even girls that I've been able to reach a different level with, it always comes down to there's some type of competition going on that I know nothing about. Or there's some type of jealousy going on, or they're saying something to somebody and then it comes back to me and it's like, damn, I really actually cared about this person. And now they're making rumors or they're starting stuff and it's just too catty for me. It's just drama fest all over the place. And I'd rather do without. That's my take.
That's fair. So when I was younger, I had a bunch of guy friends. Like I was a tomboy. I was playing the sports and it was, again, that masculine energy, right? So like the girls wanted to stay in the house and paint toenails and stuff. And I was like,
I'm outside.
I don't do that. Like, who playing tackle football, right? You know what I mean? And so I have a couple of friends from elementary school that they were also like that, and we're still friends now, right? But as I got older, like now I can say I have more female friends than I have ever had in my life, but we're 30 plus, right? And like there's a maturity level that's there, and there's nobody who has that hidden competition. And honestly, thankfully, I've weeded out all those women in my life because they happen no matter what. I mean, you would be like, oh, we are thick as thieves. That is my girl. And I'm like, what competition? What's happening here? Why is there this weird beef going on? But I've been lucky enough to, you know, I have like 3 like core groups. And they kind of all tend to be from like my college friend group and like my friend group I made like in my career. And then I have like a group of friends from like, you know, childhood. But my longest relationships have been my guy friends. Like I have a friend we've been friends, I don't know, 26 years. And that's a long time, 33. Like, you know, elementary to now, we like nieces, nephews, right? Like, that's my brother, right? But for me, it was just like a comfort level. Like the boys got me. And then as I got older, we stayed friends. And now it's like a different perspective, right? Like my guy friends would be like, you know, you're wrong, right? You know, that was crazy. That was out of pocket. Like you are acting psycho. Or I could come and talk to them about a guy and they would be like, okay, well, you know, this might be a guy's perspective. He might be feeling you and just like let him, or they'll be like, you're dumb. You're doing stupid stuff right now. Like he has shown you he don't like you. Why are we still talking about this? Why are you coming and talking to me about him again? I'm about to hurt your feelings. You know what I mean?
They will keep it straight.
They will keep it straight. And for me, that just is, I just vibe that with men a lot easier. Now with females though, like I said, I just got fortunate to have good core people because I always joke we're like the same people in different fonts. Like there's the calmer version, and then there's the person who's just as wild as I am, and there's the person in the middle who's like, no, wait a minute, let's think about this, or hey, you know, and we're all really generally honest, and we have very similar backgrounds. So you know, we got ourselves from where we were at, we pushed, we've excelled, we've taken the hard stuff, and we've made light of it, and we've grown. So. I mean, for me, that just is where my comfort level is. I think also being a girl who has a lot of guy friends, when you are dating people, that's the hard part, is like trying to explain or being like, yeah, no, that's the homie. And they be like, is it?
Yeah,
right. Is it? You know what I mean? Is it really the homie? And like, or is that your homie now, but y'all messed around?
That's my brother.
That you,
That's my bro.
That right there, right? And that's why I'm like, if I call you my brother, there is never, ever in a million years, there's ever, like, you can't call him your brother and then be like, and take him home. Like, that's weird to me.
No.
That just isn't how I
that's
get down.
you, gang. No.
That's weird. It's just like, ew. Yeah. But I think that as long as, you know, you could talk to somebody and be like, yeah, no, you cool, like meet them, like whatever, y'all vibe out. But I don't know, me and the guys just kicks it. I don't know. I give a different perspective. I mean, I still got a lot of masculine energy.
I be learning stuff from guys.
Yo, put me on game. I be
really
be
because like I can think like a dude. I'm both up in here for sure. Yeah. But like I done met the worst type of dudes. Like I done locked in with the worst of them. Yeah. And they be giving me all the tea. And I just be like, oh, okay, got it. I know. Like, and I love that for them because they're being, they trust me. You know, they trust me. They're spilling all the beans for me. And it's okay because they can. Like, it's okay. I'm a safe place. Yeah. Like, you can trust me. You can tell me all of the things so that I know
exactly what to look for.
Exactly. And so I think that's been the best thing. Like she said, like when you know guys, they gonna keep you straight.
Yeah. They don't care about your feelings.
They'll tell you like, all right. Or if I'm bugging, my dude is having some he's saying stuff and I'm like not catching on. I just, all right, this is what he da. And they give you good feedback. Like it's genuine, real like feedback, because you view it. I mean, they're giving you a perspective that you probably didn't think, and it can be helpful in your relationship. But like the worst of them, like they be telling me all of the things.
You just be like, wow.
And so and I get to telling them all of the things too. So it's like
don't judge me.
Yeah, like don't judge. But I mean, not that
listen and don't judge, right?
We listen and we don't judge.
How we
like,
don't, you know.
I do feel like it's nice being able to have somebody to tell freaking everything to and not have no filter.
Right.
Okay, but on the flip side, so y'all are men. How do y'all feel about having female friends?
I'll let you go ahead, Pete.
I
can go deep on this shit.
What you say?
I can go deep on this.
You go deep. Look, like me personally, I love having female friends. Like because.
No, I'm asking. Do you have current? Like,
do I have current female friends?
Yeah, current female friends.
I do.
Okay.
Do you have female friends that you've had for a while, or are they like new people?
Like no, I have female friends that I had since high school. You know what I'm saying? Do I have newer female friends? Like through work and all of that, but not like as deep as I am with a. I do have a best friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
And I think it's dope to have a friend on that side because just like y'all said with y'all peoples, we get the same thing. You know what I mean? Like I could be real about a situation and then nah, P, you bugging, like you wrong, or maybe understand this side of where she coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you in that relationship, egos, personalities, when you've been with somebody for so long, shit get in the way and it can cloud your judgment. And to me, sometimes you can have that type of conversation with an unbiased person, you know what I mean, but still got love for you and not gonna tell you wrong, but still understand your side, even though they're a woman too, and understand the intuition and understand that side, but still genuine enough to give you that spill that I probably won't get from my homies, or probably won't get from my old head mentors or something like that. But to me, having that voice of a woman, that's key. Like to me, that's needed. My personal opinion.
Listen, female relationships, like as far as friendships, well, I'll say this for both sides, men and women. I've been blessed with a bunch of genuine good friends.
For sure.
On both sides. But I will say my female relationships, as far as my friendships, hey man, them motherfuckers are like deep. Like they look out for the kid. I mean, and they'll look out for me in ways that I didn't even know they was looking out. You know what I'm saying? And women in general, they will ride for you like no,
that's real.
Other. And I've been blessed in that sense. Now it does get kind of like in situations, it does get testing with a relationship if you're in a relationship. Yeah. Especially if these people are attractive. Because
women don't like that.
Yeah, but I don't think
guys don't like that either.
You know what I'm saying?
It's on both sides.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's on both sides. But the thing I love about women, they will not only they will keep super honest with me, bro, but they like gangster as hell. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. They more because not to me now, like I can pretty much be open and be friends to anybody I meet now because of my personality and the life I live. But prior to this, like back in the day, for you to want to be my friend, our friendship's gonna get tested. Yeah. And either you're not gonna be my friend not because you don't like me anymore, just because you like shit ain't for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the friends that stuck with me, I know they really my fucking friends.
Yeah.
They my riders for real. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the women. So it's like, cause I done tested relationships on a level that it shouldn't have never had to even go to. Not like I did something bad to them, but I put them in a fucked up situation. You know what I mean? And it just ended up being that. And like, oh, this motherfucker really love me. You know what I mean? So now I try to not ever put nobody in a bad relationship. That's like my own personal growth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I've been blessed with genuine relationships, but I love my relationships with my female friends because it's a different aspect and they don't pump fake. Like there's no pump faking. Like one of my pet peeves with the dudes is that if you hung around me long enough, I'm gonna see you pussy. I'm gonna find out. We gonna find out. We gonna it's gonna get exposed. If you hang around me long enough with all the shit I used to do, your pussy side is going to get exposed. You don't even have to be a tough guy. Just be real with me.
Yeah.
Be real with me. But when that shit pop off or go down, and then you running like motherfucking red with the bike, you know what I'm saying? All right, well, we see it now. But you was putting on a front. You know what I'm saying? You made yourself look dumb.
I'm gonna just tuck mine in.
Yeah, I didn't ask you to be that person.
Right.
But you portrayed that.
You portrayed that. You know what I'm saying? Women don't pump fake. They be honest to the motherfucker with you. You know what I'm saying? I love that about women. And like I said, they look out and protect me in ways that I didn't even know I was being protected. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question.
Saved my life a few times dealing with relationship. Nah, P. Nah, I seen it. This is what it is. Like they are genuine. If I put it to you like this, if they love you and they rock with you, that's a loyal friend for life. You know what I'm saying? Women loyalty is different type of time.
Yeah, like the friend I was telling y'all about. I remember he dated this girl, and he knew I did not like her. I was like, she's bad for you. Like everything that happens is always drama and something, and you end up paying the price for this. And a friend of mine, I was hanging out, and there was a friend a mutual friend had called and was like, "Hey, do you know that B's up here?" And I was like, "Where?" And they were like, "He's at such and such." I'm like, "Who's with him?" And they were like, "It got crickets." And the friend I was with was like, "Ah, dang." I was like, "Bet." Yeah. And I pulled up. And the way I pulled up very much gave like I was his chick energy. I know it did. I pulled up, I got out the car, and they're sitting outside on this patio at this bar. And I walked up, and everybody who's like locked eyes like started to be like, who's gonna like tell him that she's walking up on us? And I looked and I was like, "Oh, you're bugging after what she just put you through and the conversation we just had." And I was like, "Bet." And I started to walk away. He hopped over and he's like running to my car, and I'm getting in my car. He sits inside the car door in the car, so I can't get the car to start and move it. And I'm like, we're arguing. People are like, "What is happening?" And the girl he's with is like, "Oh, she doesn't like me." And people who knew me were like, "Oh, this is like a deeper dislike for you. Like you've done something that has this girl triggered." And I was like, if you keep messing with her, it's going to be bad for you. You're going to end up in jail because she does not care how far she's willing to take you. And you don't care enough to stop her from doing it. And when they finally like broke up, and he was like, "Thank you." Like, you were one of the very few people who were telling me like, this is bad. This is bad. Be her friend if you want to, but be with her will be bad for you and your life. And like, I was like, I love you too much to like let you just fall, like whatever. And I was like, are we gonna throw away all of these years of friendship because like it can't be that good? It's that got you acting crazy out here right now. But I mean, I was in his wedding last year. Like he got married to this beautiful woman. They have a beautiful daughter. His life is so great. And I'm like, remember when this is what you wanted, but you were not in a predicament with somebody that could have gotten you to this point? And it was like that tough love being like, I'm not going to tiptoe around your feelings about it. I'm not going to be like, well, if you like it, I love it. I may say that at first, but when that stuff starts getting to being like, you're going to ruin your life.
Real friends.
Yeah, we need to talk about it.
You was getting ready to say something.
Okay, so I'm very big on this friend word, the term, and it being used lightly. I don't use it lightly. So like when I think of friends, I think of somebody who we locked.
Right, we locked in.
Like when I think about people that I bond with, people that I've got a connection with, I feel like there's a lot of people when it comes to that. But to call a person my friend, I feel like it's totally different. I've been through so many situations or relationships, not just with men, but like friendships, where 1 second I'm thinking one thing and then they're showing me another. So I'm very, very strict on that word friend. And so there's only a handful of people that I could say that's my friend. Like I know.
I like that.
But then there's also another level. So like my best friend, she's like the only one who sits on that level. Below that, I have probably 7 people that sit on that level. And outside of that, I don't really have enemies. So like, I feel like there's people that I may not mesh with. I don't consider them my enemy. I may be able to go out and have a good time with them, but I don't consider them my friend either.
Of course.
So like, I know we're talking about friends and stuff, and I'm listening to everybody, and I'm like, I know at times people can use that term and have a different definition for it. But like for me, friend, or like that first one, like she's up there. We've known each other since we were kids.
That's family.
Yeah.
And then underneath there, and I have a lot of siblings too, but like I'm so strict with that friend word. Like it just
people have more.
It means a lot to me to call somebody a friend.
Circle small so no squares are fit.
No Russells.
No Russells. I'm playing. Nah, Russell cool.
50%
Russell.
50%. Yeah.
Maybe a 75-25 split.
I do a 70-30. But yeah.
They hit you with the tee times at golf. You need those.
I need that. Hey, I'm just saying they make good money. That's where contracts are signed.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's a fact.